AI stocks are seeing a big boom this week as 2024 comes to a close. Where could they go from here? Here to break it down for us is MarketBeat analyst Chris Markoch. Chris, you are looking at some AI stocks that maybe aren't the big semiconductor stocks, but this week we're really looking at some of these smaller AI related stocks that really serve a purpose.
We're getting into that area of the market where investors are moving beyond just generative AI applications. They're looking for companies that are going to be using AI in applications that are going to actually be things that businesses and individuals are looking for specifically because of those AI capabilities. And I think there are a few companies, especially in the robotics and automation area, that are going to be interesting because they're putting AI on devices, and that's where consumers are really going to be looking for that.
We've seen that in the market this week with SoundHound, an AI
Yeah,
application that's been incredibly popular for different businesses joining
right.
in on this application. And that stock is really taking off. But your list of three robotics
Right.
and automation stocks are maybe a little bit newer that have
Right.
some room for some big gains. So let's go ahead and start off with your first pick.
So the first one is UI Path. This is a mid cap stock, market cap somewhere around I think 7 billion as you and I are talking here, Bridget. So UiPath is probably closest to SoundHound for people that want to put it in a bucket, although it's not, it doesn't do exactly what SoundHound does. But what it does, it's a software company and it specializes in what's known as robotic process automation technology, RPA. And what they do is they work with enterprise level customers to do your chatbots and other sorts of automated tasks. Some of the bigger name clients that they have would be MongoDB and Flutter Entertainment. But one of the key things for investors to know is they work throughout a variety of sectors. You're talking about banking, you're talking about healthcare, you're talking about manufacturing. I mean, they cover the gamut. And right now, the stock is down 44% for the year. So there does look like there's room for some upside.
Yeah, that's the upside that a lot of investors are interested in.
Yeah.
What are analysts saying about how far this stock could grow in the next year?
The consensus price for the stock is about $17.50. That's from the analyst covered by MarketBeat. Some of that is from a couple of different analysts, JP Morgan Chase being one of them, that gave it a price target of $18. I'm seeing a lot of analysts looking at that $16 range. But still, when you look at a stock that's trading for around $13.86, as you and I are talking right now, that's significant upside for a stock like this. And what I've noticed is in the last month, the stock's up about 11%. Short interest is up about 8%. So I don't know how much of the price movement up is some short sellers trying to cover their positions or if this is organic interest in the stock. But either way, now might be a really interesting time for investors to get in on the stock.
Yeah, any other factors that this company could see some more growth in the next year? Are there more businesses buying into what they offer?
I think that's what we're going to have to watch out for, but certainly that's what analysts would seem to be dictating. Again, this isn't a company that's super niche. Their products, the software that they have is useful for a variety of industries, a variety of applications. You're going to want to watch for strong growth in not only revenue but also in earnings. The company now looks like there's consistently turning a profit. That's good. That needs to continue. And you also want to be seeing that year over year revenue growth.
All right, let's move on to your second pick. And this is a stock we've talked about before on this channel.
Yeah, it's Intuitive Surgical. The ticker symbol is ISRG. This is a large cap company that a lot of investors are familiar with in the area of robotics. Specifically, the company is known for their Da Vinci system, which is a robotic surgical assistant. It's a variety of products that are used to make up this Da Vinci system. The stock has not been a poor performer this year whatsoever. The stock's up about 61.6%. And the stock trades for over $500 a share. So some people might say, boy, there's very little room for the stock to go up, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
Yeah, so what could make this company see even more growth in 2025? And what are the analysts expecting for this one?
The catalyst for growth is just simply the fact that the company is always expanding on the Da Vinci system. So they're always fine tuning it, making it better. It's sort of like a flywheel type of thing. The more hospitals and physicians start to use it, the more there's other hospitals and physicians that want to use it. So it becomes sort of that. One of the other things that might help is the fact that interest rates are going down. So it may be something that might fit into more budgets that maybe it didn't fit into when interest rates were going up. And ISRG at that time, actually, the stock suffered a little bit in 2022 and 2023 as interest rates were going up, but that's pivoting a little bit.
Sounds good. Well, you can watch our other video if you want to learn a little bit more about this company, what's behind it, and why ISRG continues to be a strong pick here on this channel. All right, let's move on to your final pick of the day, Chris. This is one I haven't heard of before.
This is a company called iRhythm Technologies. The ticker symbol here is IRTC. Now, this is a company that it's got a market cap of just over about $2 billion as we're talking about this today. So technically it's not a small cap company, but I think it's small enough that we can still consider it in the small cap realm. Interesting thing about this company is they are designing mobile heart monitoring systems. There's a huge market for it in terms of just checking for heart arrhythmias now. And the whole idea is patients wear this, the information is sent directly to their physician, and it gives their physician actionable data to act on. One of the things about the stock that's kept it sort of suppressed is the fact that currently it only tests for arrhythmia, and it's only in the United States. But both of those things are changing in the coming years. The company is trying to expand into international markets, and they see potentially a $1 billion total addressable market overseas. They're also trying to get their products certified to test for other conditions such as sleep apnea, such as hypertension and heart failure. So if they can expand the useful indications for the product and also increase the addressable market, that should have a potentially strong impact on the stock.
Yeah, that's a really interesting company. And exactly what you talked about in this article and in this video is
Right.
taking AI and making it useful and making
Yes.
it accessible to everyone. And so a mobile app that helps with a health solution
Right.
sounds like a really great idea. And I know you just mentioned a lot of different growth factors for the stock. How much are analysts expecting this company to grow in 2025?
The stock already trades for over $90 a share. And for a small cap stock, that's pretty impressive. But analysts still believe that it's got about 19% growth ahead of it. The consensus price is right around 107. And one of the things that I noted in my article, because it was something that blew me away, was just last week, it got a price target increase from analysts at Canaccord Genuity Group. They raised their price target, which was already at 125, and they raised it all the way up to 152. So that just shows that there are some analysts that believe that this stock has a much higher potential to move higher.
Well, thank you for bringing it to our radar,
Yeah.
Chris. We really appreciate the analysis today. Again, you can check out Chris's full article to read a little bit more about these companies and check out our free special report on 10 AI stocks set to take off in 2025 to find more of the list of AI stocks maybe you haven't heard of that could find a lot of success for your investment portfolio in the new year. Thanks again for watching, everyone. And as always, happy investing.